So at Starling Cycles, we've introduced a new product, which is our clutch stem. So it's a stem for a bike to hold your handlebars. Stems on bikes at the moment, traditionally, they're machined aluminium parts. They tend to be black, nice, functional, lightweight things. Hold your bars, do the job. But they've always sort of been felt at odds, I suppose, to the frames and the style of our frames. So we kind of thought we'd like to make our own stem. So what we have made is this, the clutch. It is a steel stem made of heat-treated steel. All the joints are fillet brazed. It's strong. It's going to last you for years. But I suppose importantly is kind of the style of it. It's because it's fillet brazed, because it's steel, it allows us, first of all, to paint it so we can match the frames that we sell. So you can have this colour match to your frame, which we think is a really nice addition and different to everything else that's available out there. So it allowed us to put our nice little bird detail, so wheels like that. So there's two stainless steel birds laser cut and then silver soldered onto the front and then polished on the final stem. So that looks pretty. It's a stem. It's very difficult to know what to say lots about it, but it's a lovely thing. We got some samples made a while ago. A few of us are riding them on their bikes. They draw a lot of attention. And it looks really nice on the frame. It sort of goes well with the fillet brazed frames. So that's a painted one. I've also got here, just so you can see, this is a raw one. We actually get these made in Taiwan. We looked at making them in-house, which we could do. We've got the skills to do it. We could have made some tooling, but it would make them more expensive if we build them in-house. And honestly, the manufacturing in Taiwan is as good as it gets. Go on, Ollie. Other than Ollie. It's as good as it gets in the UK. So we've outsourced to Taiwan. It's essentially made with two heat-treated steel tubes, a small joining section, and then some beautiful brass fillet brazed. We've used slightly smaller M5 bolts, really just to give a bit more clearance and a bit of a nicer aesthetic. We've angled the bolts on the faceplate. You know, they're not just square on the front, they're angled slightly to give a nice bit of an aesthetic, look a little bit more balanced, I was going to say.
How much does it weigh?
I think we weighed it, I think it was 250 grams with all the bolts. So, you know, a standard stem is 150. If you throw a load of money at it, you're gonna get an alley stem for, as capable as this, maybe 120, something like that. So it's not light, but it's 100 grams heavier than a standard stem. So 100 grams is, I think Jamie summed it up, it's probably a bit more than a banana. A big banana. Zach,
I think a medium banana is 111 grams.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's a small to medium banana more than if we're using some good metrics, more than a standard stem. So, yeah, if you care about weight, you're going to throw a wobbly about that. But yeah, again, when you eat a banana, do you go any slower? No, it makes no difference. You've still got the banana in you. You're still carrying that weight. So I suppose if you want something that is tough, long-lasting, looks beautiful, goes with your Starling frame or even any other frame, this is the one. I suppose the other thing we did, it's 35mm reach, which nice short reach, and that's what we recommend for Starling bikes. It's 31.8mm bar clamp. The reason we went for that, a couple of reasons. Firstly, 35mm, I just don't think we need it. I've never ridden a bike and thought, oh, my bars are too flexy. I think they've gone to 35 probably as a consequence of it's easier to manufacture in carbon fibre. If you get the diameter bigger, it probably helps with tooling and stuff. So that standard's probably come from a carbon fibre manufacturing background. But for us, 31.8 is fine. I'm still happy. I've got one bike with 25.4 on it, feels fine. But gone to 31mm. Also, our top tubes on our bikes, so on everything other than the mediums, the top tube is 31.8mm. Everything other than the XLs. The XLs and the XXLs have actually got a 35mm top tube. But if you had a 35mm bar, above your 31.8mm top tube, it looks wrong. It doesn't look balanced. You need the narrower bar for aesthetics reasons. It looks much better, or the smaller diameter bar looks much better with our thin steel tubed bikes. So that was the reason for 31.8, but I don't think we'll ever do a 35. That sounds silly. Standard 28.6 steerer to fit your tapered forks, or old 1 1/8 if you're interested in doing that. And then colour options, so they're powder coated. We can powder coat it if you can order one with your bike, so you can get it powder coated to match your frame when you order a frame or a bike. We can also retrospectively powder coat it to match any of the Starling base colours. So what have we got? Landy green, powder pink, anodic bronze, slate blue or dark slate blue. Oh, the steel is teal. So any of our standard colours. But we can also match some of the historic colours we've done. So we sold lots of bikes in British Racing Green. So if you've got one of them, we can get it powder coated in that colour. The only thing is, with the historic ones, there are variations in the colour batches of powder coat. Landy green, actually, maybe 5 years ago, we changed the RAL of the Landy green. It was a British standard. The original Landy green frames we did were a British standard, and then it went to a RAL colour. So, but we'll do our best to colour match to legacy old colours. But if you want it to guarantee to match, you need to get your whole bike refurbished, which is something we offer. We do a full repowder coat. The only other colour option that isn't a kind of standard one is our IPA finish, which is really probably closer to see this. It's the raw, unpainted stem, but with a clear but dark tinted lacquer on it. So you still get to see all the lovely brazing, but it gives it a sort of slightly dark grey colour to the metal. So if you have a look at our 26-inch dive bike on the website, you can see that colour there. So that's a limited edition. We're only doing it on stems at the moment. You can ask for it to do on bikes, but you might have to convince me. We're sticking to stems for now. One other thing is we have had made these lovely stainless steel spacers to go with stems. So because it's a steel stem, the material is actually thinner around the clamp. If you use the standard aluminium spacer, the diameter is bigger than of our stem, and it doesn't match. So some people won't care, but if you want a nice clean line where you use the spacers, you need some thinner spacers. There weren't any kind of easily available spacers online we could find, or anywhere we could find, other than some titanium ones that were silly price. So we've had these stainless steel spacers made. So they're beautiful, polished stainless steel. The diameter is exactly the same as our stems, so you get a perfect finish. So you may find you need to order a few of these spacers when you order one of these stems. What else can I say? Something went on Pink Bike, lots of comments on Pink Bike. Lots of people saying we're, what's the word? Hipsters. So we've done it, we've been around the office. We've got one tattoo out of all of us in the workshop. So Jamie's got 3 dots on his leg from, was it a drunken tattooing attempt? So we're not hipsters, we've got no tattoo. We're normal people, we just like nice things. Might drink a bit of craft ale, but that's because it tastes nice more than we're being silly. So Starling stem, called the Clutch, I suppose, after a clutch of eggs.
Clutching a branch.
Yeah, and I think you have a clutch of eggs, don't you? A clutch of eggs is a group of eggs. Somewhere it's bird related, and it agrees with the purpose of a stem. Holds your stem, does the job. Yeah, there you go. It's pretty. I think that's all I can say, really. But yeah, if you've got any questions or anything, get in touch. If you want to buy one, they're on the website now, but we've actually sold over half of them already in less than 24 hours. Half of them are gone. We've only done a small batch. If sales continue, we'll do another batch, but it'll be at least another 3 months until they turn up. So if you want one, get in touch now. One thing we need to do is add them to the full bike builds on the website. So that's an option we need to do. But there you go, lovely stem.